Update on construction project. I think Sue is here. I can just tell you in general that we continue to be on budget, if a little behind schedule. The major issue, those of you on the building committee are aware of, we have found additional structural issues in Pond Cove. I think Sue will probably address those in her update.
Yes, we met the other day to do an update of what's going to transpire in terms of Phase 3 of the MOVE construction project. And because of all of the reinforcements needed in Area A, they've decided that definitely is not going to be ready until fall. Area A would be what was this year the second grade wing, prior to this year the fourth grade wing, but the upper end of the Pond Cove School. Because of the extensive renovation needed, will not be available until fall. So having said that, having realized that, we have had to take a different tact in terms of who's going to move in the next phase. We met last week and determined that the contractors would concentrate on Area B, formerly the first grade wing. And a completion date for Area B would be around April 2nd. And what that means is that Area B would be ready for inspections at that time. And the week of the 3rd, April 3rd through April 7th, code enforcement, fire department, and those inspections would occur. That's if everything is on time. The architect would come in and do a punch list the week of the 3rd to the 7th. The week of the 7th to the 12th, D.L. Poulin would come in and complete the punch list. And then we, the owner, would go in and floor. Okay? That's a little bit different than what we did in Phase 2, which is the completion of Area C, or the Lunt building. They tried to do the floors when lots of work was still going on in the building, and consequently the floors were not done correctly and have had to be redone and will continue to be redone over the summer. So we are going to have our people do the floors. We have told them that we will not do it unless we have the building. That means all the inspections are complete, the painters are out of there, where we can go in and clean, seal the floors, put 2 coats of wax down, and have them really done right so that they don't have to be redone this summer. If all that occurs, we should be done that by April 14th. And it has been determined that the 4th grade will be moving into that section. In that section are 8 classrooms. There are 7 4th grades that will be moving over in 1 special ed space, so that takes care of all 8 spaces in that building. What that means for the middle school is that at that point we will empty the link, which is the connector between the gym and the 1930s building, and we will also vacate a 5th and a 6th grade classroom that will be adjacent to the new elevator in the 1930s buildings. And those folks in those 2 areas will be either put into the vacated rooms by the 4th grade in the 30s building or into portables. And Ms. Hutton has those worked out. I don't know the exact particulars, but it does fit. What this means is that we will not have to move the 3rd grade portables to the middle school, which we had thought about doing at one time. So it really simplifies the move. This makes it, this seems to be the logical move at this point. It's the least disruptive. And so that's what will happen as soon as everyone goes on vacation. Everything is supposed to be packed and ready to go by the end of the day on April 14th. And that move will occur over the next 3 to 4 days. That's part of what's going to happen. Okay, the other part that's going to be completed at that point is Area D. And Area D is the new gymnasium and the new cafetorium. And when I say complete, I probably should qualify that a little bit. Not completely complete, but complete enough for us to utilize the space. What that means is that all Pond Cove students, 1 through 4, will eat in the cafetorium. The they will eat on cement floors, as the new furniture won't be here. And they will eat box lunches until probably mid-May, when the kitchen is complete. And then, at that point, the middle school students will start to use the cafetorium, and the Pond Cove students will be using it as well, but not until the kitchen is done. Okay? One of the reasons for us not putting down the floor, A, we probably couldn't have it done by that time frame, and B, we don't have the new furniture. And sliding the old chairs and tables around on the new surface would destroy it before we even got started into the new year. So it makes a lot of sense not having to put the floor down before we start to utilize the space. And we have had that cleared through the code enforcement officer so long as we seal the floor, and we will be doing that. Moving on into May, if things go according to schedule in May, around May 10th to 15th, when the cafetorium or the kitchen is ready, the middle school students will start to eat lunch there. And the administrative area at Pond Cove may move into the new middle school administrative area, and that is a little bit fuzzy at this time. There's no hurry for us to do that. There's no pressure on us to do that before the end of the year, but that would free up spaces for the contractor to get into so that they could start work before the close of school. So that's basically where we are at this point.